Hello and welcome to a supplementary edition of Recruiting in Hospitality from Catererdotcom. I'm Lancelot Narayan. And today, of this very bright and lovely morning, I have with me Anne Pearce from Springboard Charity. Anne, hello.
Hello.
Good to talk to you, and thank you so much for your time today. I know how busy you are, so I'll just get right down to it. Can you give us an update on the position that your beneficiaries are finding themselves in during the crisis? What have you been hearing from them?
Well, we've got something in the region of 1,212 beneficiaries on our books who have, over the last 6 to 12 months, completed one of Springboard's employability programs. And these are programs that we run for people who have come from a background of disadvantage, so long-term unemployment, deprivation, facing numerous challenges in life. So they could, for example, be have physical or mental health issues. They might be ex-offenders. They might be subject to domestic abuse. They might have been coming out of the care sector, might be refugees, might be ex-offenders. So lots of challenges in their life normally. And what would normally happen is that they'd go through one of our programs which help to break down the barriers that they've been facing and then equip them with the motivation, the knowledge, the skills and the qualifications that they might need to enter into hospitality. And normally, at this point, they would have been either going through work experience that helps them into a job or would have already started employment with our aftercare support. And that would then get them on a pathway to, sort of a life where they have a job, they're more economically self-sufficient and have belief in themselves. Of course, with the situation that's happened and the devastating impact that COVID-19 has had on the hospitality sector, and the level of, it was an immediate impact on hospitality. So we've got a situation now where, many hundreds of thousands of normal hospitality workers, if you like, have either been furloughed or been laid off or in some cases made redundant. And those are people who are, eminently more experienced and qualified for jobs in the hospitality sector. So our beneficiaries are sort of further down the list, if you like. And we have a commitment to support those beneficiaries. So we have a
team. So I was going to ask you, what kind of guidance and support are you giving them right at this time?
It's a whole array of services and support that we're giving them. So it starts off with a tailored support to group those individuals, which is either through one-to-one support and trying to keep them motivated and trying to counter the isolation that they feel and be like a helpful friend in those circumstances, because many of them are pretty isolated anyway and don't have the sort of support networks that we probably all enjoy. We're also we've just put together a new initiative called our Digital Employability Hospitality Academy, which is specifically for those groups of beneficiaries, and that will provide us with the opportunity to do group support, additional training. We've put together some tools that will help them build up their resilience and their mindfulness and emotional intelligence. We have put together a whole series of webinars which either are live or could be pre-recorded that will help them build new skills and knowledge and enhance the work that we'd already done on the programs, and then just explore other opportunities. And there are absolutely zero jobs in hospitality really available at the moment, so we're also looking at whether there are other areas that we could signpost them to, where there are things like some of the retail shelf stacking, things like that, call centre work, where we might be able to encourage them to apply for jobs. And a lot of the focus is around maintaining that self-belief and keeping your motivation and your confidence levels going. So there's a lot of support that we're providing along those lines. and really just being there to support and know that if people are struggling, they know where to call or how to contact. And we're doing that
Absolutely.
either by phone or using social channels that they might be accessing.
So there's so much to. I mean, they say necessity is the mother of invention. You don't realise that you'd ever had to deal with a situation like this. And it's amazing how the hospitality industry is really pulled together. But last week we launched the Hospitality Redeployment Hub. Now, you touched on this just now, trying to signpost hospitality workers into other roles in other sectors. How far do you think this will go? I mean, it's a short-term fix. You don't know how long this situation will go on. But how do you think that might help in the short term?
I mean, I think it's a really positive step that Catererdotcom have made, and it's really welcome because it means that we've got a way of accessing temporary jobs that can help to build the gap. And what that does is provide people with the opportunity to get that experience of the world of work that they probably haven't had. And, although it's likely to be a temporary solution because of the ongoing support that we give to those candidates, those graduates from our employability programs, it means that when we do come out the other side, we can then be working with them to move them into the sorts of roles that they didn't originally envisage that they might be going into. But I think we've got to be realistic about everything. It's going to take, I think, a long time for the industry to, come out the other side and then start to rebuild. Because I think a lot of organisations are faced with a situation that is not going to, if lockdown finishes tomorrow, we're not suddenly going to go back to what we were before. We're going to be looking at a very different world, and we're trying to be nimble and agile and keep up to date with what's going on so that we can adapt our provision accordingly, so that we can prepare people for that new world of work. And we need to work really closely with our partners and the industry to enable that to happen.
People want to contact you, industry people, employers, anyone wants to contact you. Can you tell us how they do that, your social channels? Tell us how we get in touch.
Well, I mean, we've just relaunched our new website, so people can contact us through that. And obviously we're active on all of the normal social channels. You can contact me and my senior team through them and through LinkedIn. And, you can call us. We're sitting at home. But the challenge, of course, is that Springboard has been impacted in a similar way to the industry. Half of our funding is generated through our partnerships with industry and our sponsorship with industry, and that tap has basically been turned off. So, like many businesses, we've got the majority of our staff are furloughed. We've got the team that we need to keep in place working to support our beneficiaries and to keep business continuity really as far as we possibly can. And it's a very challenging time for everybody, and it feels a bit precarious at times as well.
And listen, I want to thank you for your time today. It's been fabulous talking to you. Hopefully we can stay in touch and we can talk to you again in the not too distant future. Hopefully we won't be in this situation for too much longer, but it'll be nice to stay in touch with you.
Yeah, we've also got an appeal going on at the moment, so if anybody does feel minded to give us some support and make a donation, then that can be done online through our website, through our social media channels, and also there's been quite a lot of publicity in the media as well regarding our appeal. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Speak to you again soon, Anne. Take care now.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.